It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Exactly, man. Take a look at that picture. That's what the world saw yesterday as the New Horizons spacecraft sent the first images of the planet Pluto. Right now on the line, we've got Dr. Amanda Gulbis, who's an astronomer and head of the instrumentation division at the South African Astronomical Observatory. Thank you very much for taking our call this morning, Doctor.
It's my pleasure.
Now, as someone who's dedicated your life to the study of planets like Pluto, what was it like for you seeing these images up close for the first time, and just how significant is this achievement?
It is one of the most amazing things ever. I've been involved with Pluto observations since about the late 1990s, and it's always just been a small, fuzzy blob, a few pixels across and the best images we can take. After 9.5 years now of waiting and travel of more than 5 billion kilometers, we're finally being able to give Pluto a face.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of ideas about what it was made of, what the surface looks like, how it would evolve, details of the moons, and now we're finally getting the chance to see reality and to find out what's going on in the freezing cold outer parts of our solar system.
Yeah.
As a planetary scientist, it's an event of a lifetime for me, but for all of us, for all humans, it's a milestone achievement to have now sent a spacecraft to every large object in the classical solar system.
Indeed it is. And speaking of which, has anything new been discovered about the planet and its 5 moons yet?
Yeah, we've only received the tip of the iceberg, or I guess you could say the tip of the ice planet in terms of the data. But we've definitively measured Pluto's size. That's been a point of debate for many years. Because Pluto has an atmosphere, we could previously only narrow down the size to within a few tens of kilometers. Now we know that Pluto is 2,370 kilometers in diameter, and that definitively makes it larger than the next biggest known object in the outer solar system. We're accurately determining sizes of the moons, and interestingly, we already knew that Pluto had a very tenuous atmosphere made mostly of nitrogen. But the spacecraft has detected atmospheric particles much further away than anticipated, out around 6 million kilometers instead of, say, 1 to 2 million kilometers from Pluto. And we're not sure what could cause that. We've seen Pluto as an orangish color, which is likely caused by organic molecules that are called tholins on the surface, and that's very much unlike its moon Charon, which appears to be a very dark gray color. We've seen a polar ice cap on Pluto, a dark polar cap on Charon. We've seen bright features on Pluto that might suggest there's even snow on the surface, although, of course, that wouldn't be water ice. And those are hints that Pluto might have been geologically active in the not-too-distant past.
Yeah.
And that image you're referring to, the one that came in last night around 9 p.m. South African time, it's mind-blowing. We're seeing these equatorial mountains reaching about 3,500 kilometers in height and mushy-looking craters. We didn't know how ices like nitrogen and methane would behave under these types of conditions, and now we're really starting to see. And with all the insight we're getting, it's going to be that much more amazing once we receive all of the data.
Yeah, and according to reports, it's expected to take some 16 months to get all the data from the probe back to Earth, because, of course, it is so far away. What are you most excited about discovering, possibly?
Well, some of the work we've done indicates that Pluto's lower atmosphere might contain particles or haze, and one process that could cause that is cryovolcanism, or ice volcanoes like those that we see on Neptune's moon Triton. And I'm really the most interested in seeing if New Horizons detects any of these active cryovolcanoes on either Pluto or Charon. But in general, of course, this mission is really increasing our knowledge of how objects in the solar system formed and evolve, and our understanding of these things is never going to be the same after this mission.
Indeed. Well, Dr. Gulbis, thank you so much for taking our call this morning.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, well, the exploration continues, and hopefully for the next 10 to 30 years as scientists continue to explore and learn more about the very distant solar system as New Horizons continues its journey, traveling at about 40 times as fast as the speed of a bullet. That alone is just mind-blowing. What a time to be alive. Let us know your thoughts on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. We'll be right back after this break.